Let's go! You guys, LSU might have dodged a major bullet today, and it is not Arik Gilbert involved, because we're kind of past that, right? Or are we? Because our video yesterday on Arik Gilbert's decommitment from Florida created a crazy discussion in the comment section, because some of you guys really want to bring AG2 back. So I'm going to respond to some of that, because there are a few things you need to really take into consideration if you are to bring Arik Gilbert back, including one wild card who's not even on the team yet. So subscribe to the channel if you like deep LSU discussion. Let's get to it. 4,000 subs. Let's go. So Ed Orgeron has a lot going on right now. And one of the most important things ahead of him is finding one final player for the class of 2021. They still have one slot remaining that they can use in the transfer portal. So this is very important, right? It's a very scarce thing. There's over 1,000 guys in the transfer portal, but only one slot. And we know what transfers have done for this program. Two of them started right away, and they not only started right away, they started every single game. You can get a guy in the portal that could help you right now. And remember, LSU kind of has a championship window this next season, considering all the other schools in the SEC are replenishing a lot of their production. So this is very important. And, well, there was an interesting story that broke earlier this week, and it ended today. And a lot of people are taking this as a negative, but it in fact is a positive. So the player LSU pursued was Kendal Daniels, a 2021 high school prospect safety. Now, Ed Orgeron has mentioned in interviews that that is the position he's targeting. So getting a 4-star safety, a top 150 player, to add on to an already legendary class was the right move, correct? I disagree, but I get it. So LSU has already had their best safety class ever. Well, their best safety class since Jamal Adams and Ed Paris, if you go by stars. So this is already a home run safety grouping, but they went after another top 5 safety in the class of 2021 in Kendal Daniels. And I'm glad it didn't happen. First thing, Kendal Daniels here, this is his announcement. He decided to go to Oklahoma State. Now, he initially signed with Texas A&M, which obviously is not a good thing. That's one of our SEC West rivals. But he got out of his NLI last week, and there's a lot of mystery as to why. So really close to a Texas A&M analyst that recruited him to College Station. Well, that analyst ended up going to Miami, thus Kendal Daniels getting out of it. Now, there might have been some other things into that equation, but to commit to a school or sign with the school because of an analyst, really an analyst? I can get an on-field coach. That makes a little bit more sense, but Texas A&M has not had any major coach leave. But an analyst leaves and you're out. What? Really? That doesn't make sense. I can understand Dylan Brooks because he signed to Tennessee. That entire regime got wiped out and he ended up going to Auburn, which was closer to home. Kendal Daniels decided to go to Oklahoma State, which is closer to home, but there wasn't any major coaching change. So that lets me know that Kendal Daniels really didn't want to be at Texas A&M, and he was a guy that wanted to be closer to home anyway. Now, I don't know where he is in Oklahoma, if it actually is closer to home than Stillwater, whatever. I don't know. So, by Kendal Daniels deciding to go to Oklahoma State, it lets me know a few things. Number one, this is a good thing for LSU because he's not going to be at Texas A&M. Anytime one of your SEC West rivals takes a loss such as this one, it's good for LSU. Number two, he goes to Oklahoma State, who you're never going to play. Unless you get him in a bowl game, they're never going to go to the college football playoffs. So he goes to a school that you're not even going to have to worry about. And number 3, it's pretty clear he doesn't really want to compete, right? He wants to go to a school where he's going to get to see the field quicker. And as you guys know, Texas A&M signed some really good defensive backs, including Arik Gilbert, who you guys wanted, I wanted. You want someone that does want to compete for playing time if you're getting a recruit, or you want to get someone that could help you right away, which is what LSU did masterfully in getting Mike Jones, which was a huge pickup. So, this is how I feel about this final slot. I want to get someone that could help us right now. If not, save it for the class of 2022, which is a loaded year of talent in the state of Louisiana. Now, we get to your Arik Gilbert comments. And yes, they were fantastic. Let's go. So should we bring Arik Gilbert back? No. I do not think so. And the reason why is because there are other factors regarding this story. Now, I want to start here with Doc Knox' comment. You're following teenagers with daily changing hormones. And that couldn't be more true. Add on social media, there's so much pressure on these teenagers, and I've included this in every single video I've discussed with Arik Gilbert. Mental health is very important, and look, has Arik Gilbert's decision been more exotic, per se? Has this story been crazier? Absolutely, but this isn't the only story where we see high-level 5 stars bounce around with indecisiveness. Let me share this with you. I've read from both Florida and LSU players, reporters, the word academic be brought up multiple times, and I'm hearing from people that I trust that this is partially an academic issue. What else is at play here? I don't know. So, first off, I don't even know if he's eligible to play. And I don't like to get into people's academics too much because I wasn't a great student. I graduated from LSU with a 2.7 GPA. I struggled with the academic balance with college life. So, look, it's tough. It's very tough. So, I don't know if he would be eligible to even play this next season. And, I read from different people like Jason and DRC. These are back-to-back comments, saying two different things. Yes, accept the young man back. DRC says, I don't think we should take him back. And by the way, you two, thank you for watching my videos. And you guys are seeing more of your comments now on the screen while I talk. And look, I'm all for redemption, especially for teenagers. However, it's interesting. Someone brought up we should ask the LSU Leadership Council. And I actually think that's not a bad idea, but I think it's harder for a player who doesn't want Arik Gilbert back to come out and say, look, I don't want him back. I just hated what he did. It was selfish and whatnot. When you're disgruntled, it's hard to speak out against someone else in the locker room compared to someone saying something positive like, hey, let's bring him back. So even then, it's kind of hard to get an accurate read on the room in a situation such as this one. So I want to factor that in as well if it comes down to if he wants to sit out and come back. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen here. And remember, this is a very volatile situation. I think the best thing for him is just to step away from everything and just kind of chill out, go play for a JUCO, go the Cam Newton route, and then find your way back at a Division I school and dominate. Look, I think everyone wants what's best for him. I don't think there's really many of you that watch this channel that wants any one kid to fail, even if they play at a rival school. We want individual kids to go out and live their dreams. These are athletes. They have dreams just like the rest of us. Also, the one thing about bringing Arik Gilbert back is LSU is in pole position to get the number 1 tight end for the class of 2022 in Jake Johnson. And Jake is a baller. He is the younger brother of Max Johnson. And I don't want anything to get in the way from getting that player. And yes, he is a prospect. He's a development kid. He's probably not going to be ready to play year one. He's probably a year two guy. But if you can get someone that wants to be there, like Jake Johnson, then it's definitely worth getting him. And I think if you bring Arik Gilbert back, that might be something that he says, look, I don't know if I want to go here anymore. So I think it's best for LSU just to move on. So obviously, Tuesday night live streams, you guys know all about it. It's Power Hour LSU. Boom! What are we having today? I think I kind of zoned out there. I think we're having it's salmon night too. We got some leftover salmon. And you guys know I love that slamming salmon, baby. Let's go. Also had a good pulled pork sandwich today. Woo! Love it, baby. Let's go.